teachers generally do not find assessments which only provide the rank or this is where you stand vis-a-vis the rest of the country. Those types of league tables are not really useful for the teacher, because for the teacher, if the teacher is, let us say, teaching fractions in class 4, it will be more important for her to know that the children in our class maybe are doing fractions, but they seem to know that fraction means parts, but they do not know that the parts are equal. So those type of information is what the teacher would actually find very, very useful in terms of furthering learning. So the focus when we build assessments generally are like one is that lot of attention should go on item design. So if the items are built in a way which is diagnostic, which can give feedback to the teacher, and then you focus on how the test design happens, then and you collect information very granularly, then you can aggregate the information either at the classroom level or at the policy level and so on. So here assessments which the teachers generally find useful are when their wrong answer is sort of coming out, and what sort of wrong answers that children make are coming out. So when you build assessments, the wrong answer is much more useful and important than the right answer. So when we build assessments in that manner, I think teachers generally find them useful. So the arguments for why standardized assessments are not so useful to teachers, you generally hear two things. One is that they say that it narrows the curriculum. My point here is that I don't think standardized assessments should be used as a one shoe fit all. It's not a replacement for classroom tests. This is meant for giving more diagnostic information to the teacher at the diagnostic level, at the data level, well built by researchers and so on. So I don't think standardized assessments are ever going to replace classroom assessments, what the teachers do. The second objection you generally get is that teaching to the test happens and so on. So if the assessment is well built, if it's very, very diagnostic, then you generally do not, it's not possible to teach to the test, because every context is going to be different, every question is going to be different, etc. And in lower grades, when you're teaching, let us say, addition, subtraction, operations of numbers, or how to read and write, when you say teaching to the test, these are very fundamentals. And even if teaching to the test happens on fundamentally how do you make, how do you add two numbers, or how do you count, etc., I think teaching to the test is not harmful in that sense. So I overall think that standardized assessments generally empower teachers more rather than removing the power from them. But of course, then it has to be well built. Focus should be on item design as well as the test design. Data has to be collected very granularly. Data analysis should be made available, and reports should be provided right from the classroom level to the policy level. For different stakeholders, you give them different information from the same test. If all this happens, I think standardized assessments are really useful.